Hi, this is Ajay Anand and welcome to science classes from excelup.com. In this video, you will learn the solution of NCERT question from the chapter Human Eye and Colorful World. These questions have been taken from NCERT textbook of class 10 science. So let us begin with question 1. Question 1 is, the human eye can focus on objects at different distances by adjusting A. presbyopia, B. accommodation, C. nearsightedness and D. farsightedness. And the answer is B. accommodation. The rest of the options, they are defects of vision. Question 2 is, the human eye forms the image of an object at its cornea, iris, pupil and retina. And the answer is option D, retina. Question 3. The least distance of distinct vision for a young adult with a normal vision is about option A, 25 meter, B, 2.5 centimeter, C, 25 centimeter and D is 2.5 meter. And the correct answer is option C, 25 centimeter. Question 4. The change in focal length of an eye lens is caused by the action of A. pupil, B. retina, C. ciliary muscles and D. iris. And the answer is C. ciliary muscles. Question 5. A person needs a lens of power minus 5.5 diopters for correcting his distant vision, and for correcting his near vision he needs a lens of power plus 1.5 diopter. What is the focal length of the lens required for correcting distant vision and for near vision? So this question can be solved by using the formula F is equal to 1 upon D. So for distant vision it is minus 1 upon 5.5 is equal to minus 0.18 meter, and for near vision it is 1 upon 1.5 is equal to plus 0.66 meters. Question 6. The far point of a myopic person is 80 centimeter in front of the eye. What is the nature and power of the lens required to correct the problem? So in this case, if the image of the object is formed at far point of the myopic person, he will be able to clearly see it. So the image distance will be 80 centimeter or 0.8 meter. Okay. And object distance will be infinity. That is the far point of a normal eye. Using the lens formula 1 upon V minus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F, or minus 1 upon 0.8 minus 0, that is the value of 1 upon infinity, is equal to 1 upon F. So 1 upon F is minus 1.25 D, and the negative sign, it shows that this is a concave lens. Question 7. Make a diagram to show how hypermetropia is corrected. The near point of hypermetropic eye is 1 meter. So what is the power of the lens required to correct this defect? Assume that the near point of the normal eye is 25 centimeter. So these figures, they show the defective eyes. So in this case, this is the near point of the defective eye and this is the near point of a normal eye. So when the object is kept at near point of the defective eye, what happens? The eye lens focuses all the rays of light at retina, and thus a clear image is formed at retina. So if a person can, with hypermetropic eye, he can keep the book at sufficient distance, he will be able to read it clearly. But if the book is kept at the near point of normal eye, which is this point, then what happens? These rays of light, they get focused behind the retina, and that is why a blurred image is formed at retina. Now what does a corrective lens do? So this is a convex lens. So what does it do? When the rays of light, they come from the normal near point, after refraction from the lens, they appear to the eye lens that these rays of light, they are coming from the normal near point, and that is why now these rays are they are focused at retina and a clear image is made on retina. So that is how this problem is rectified. So in this case, if image of a nearby object is formed at 1 meter, then this person can see that object clearly. So here u is equal to minus 25 centimeter is equal to minus 0.25 meter, that is the normal near point, and v is equal to minus 1 meter. So this is the near point of the defective eye. Using the lens formula, 1 upon v minus 1 upon u is equal to 1 upon f, we get 1 upon f is equal to minus 1 plus 1 upon 0.25 is equal to minus 1 plus 4 is equal to plus 3d, and the positive sign shows that this is a convex lens. Question 8. Why is a normal eye not able to see clearly the objects placed closer than 25 centimeter? The answer is very simple. The near point of a normal eye is 25 centimeter. So we cannot see if object is placed closer than 25 centimeter from our eyes. Question 9. What happens to the image distance in the eye when we increase the distance of an object from the eye? No matter what is the distance of the object, the image is always formed on retina. So whether it's the image of an aeroplane flying high in the sky or a flower which we keep in our hand, all the images, they will be formed on retina. Question 10. Why do stars twinkle? And question 11 is, why the planets not twinkle? I have clubbed these questions together because the explanation for these questions, they are similar. So the twinkling of a star, it happens because of atmospheric refraction of light. So what happens when the light from a star, they reach our eyes, the rays of light, they have to travel through several layers of atmosphere, and these layers have different refractive indices, and the refractive indices, they turn from rarer to denser. So you can recall that when a ray of light, it travels from a rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal. So when the starlight is moving through various layers of increasing refractive indices, they turn towards the normal at subsequent steps, and that is why the apparent position of the star is somewhat higher than the actual position of the star. Okay, now this is all about the position. Now what about the twinkling effect? Stars are very far from us, so they act like point-sized sources of light, and because of this point-sized source of light, even this apparent position, it keeps on changing every moment, and that is why they appear to be twinkling. Planets, they are much closer compared to stars, because planets, they are in our solar system, and stars, they are far away from the solar system, and that is why planets, they act like extended sources of light. So light from planet does not twinkle, and stars, they twinkle. Question 12. Why does the sun appear reddish early in the morning? What happens early in the morning or in the late evening, the sunlight has to travel a longer distance to reach our eyes. So while the sunlight is traveling the longer distance, most of the colors of shorter wavelength, they get scattered. That is colors toward the blue end of the spectrum, and the colors of longer wavelength, those at the end of the spectrum, they reach us, and that is why the sun appears reddish in the morning or in evening. Question 13. Why does the sky appear dark instead of blue to an astronaut? What happens in the space, there is no atmosphere, and because of absence of atmosphere, there is no particle to facilitate the scattering of light. Because no scattering of light takes place, so light of no color reaches the astronaut's eyes, and that is why none of the color is visible from the visible spectrum reach the eyes of astronaut, and due to this the sky appears dark instead of blue to an astronaut. So that's all for this lesson. Thank you.